Hello. Happy Tuesday. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the live chat tonight. Welcome, everybody. I've been watching Karen Read today, and it seems like they're gonna have two not guilties. But I watched the trial last year and this year. I don't remember them having any evidence of DUI, driving or operating while intoxicated. OUI. I don't remember no blood work and no breathalyzer in that case. And the jury asked the judge some questions. And if you all watch it on Court TV today, that said, if we found her not guilty of two charges, and the third charge will there'd be a mistrial, and the judge, them rules they got there, I think Massachusetts, is stupid. And those jury instructions, even a smart person couldn't figure out what to do. It's complicated up there. And some of my moderators ain't been on here because it's summertime, they're babysitting their grandkids, or doing a remodel on their house, or swimming pools. I don't know if any of my moderators lives in the HOA, but I was listening to somebody, I'm not going to say what state it's in, that you can't pay your HOA cash or a check or a credit card. You have to use their app. I've never heard of that. I think it's stupid. They won't take cash. They won't take a check. They won't take a credit card. You got to use their stupid app. That's an HOA in one of the 50 states. I'm not going to say what state. I think it's stupid in my book. And the person tried to pay it by using the app. They said, no person by that name, no such address, this and that. It's stupid. I guess you call it an HOA. But it's stupid. Get a money order from a post office, mail it to them, but make sure you do it where they have to sign for it. If they refuse to cash it, tough luck, you paid your dues, whatever it is. I don't like HOAs. But I had an inside runaway cat twice today. That was Wildcat. I don't know how in the heck she snuck out of the bedroom. I'm always watching when I open that door. You know, when she's in the bedroom, you can pet her and she'll love you. But when she's out here and you catch her, it's like having a cat fight. Man, she fusses. I got to get a towel or a t-shirt, put over her eyes, pick her up, or she'll scratch you know what out of me. But she's in the bedroom for now. So happy birthday to everybody who has a birthday today. Happy anniversary if you got married today. I know it's kind of late. You know, people say, well, you should get on here in the morning time. Well, I got a notification that I got a home doctor visit. I'll be a nurse practitioner, put it that way, Saturday between 9 and 12 p.m. Oh, no, 9 and 12 p.m. Did I say 10? I don't know. And that's about once a year. It's some medical company through my health insurance. They come once a year. I just hope it's not raining that day. And people, like I say, I've been watching that Karen Read trial last year and this year. And there's no way that Karen's SUV hit her boyfriend. And, you know, I know some people think she's guilty, if you're right, but the evidence that I've heard every day last year and every day this year, she is not guilty. You know. But like I said, people, if they find her not guilty on 2 charges and an OUI, operating while intoxicated, find her guilty on that, that's about 2 years in the county jail. Then she has to post a bond to appeal it, but any lawyers that's watching this, you know, explain it to me. If they found her not guilty of 2 charges and can't come to agreement on OUI, operating while intoxicated, I don't see how they can bring that up. There was no blood work, no breathalyzer. So how can she be charged with that? You know, I can't get any lawyers. You know, I watched the DUI guide today. And the way, you know, I heard the same thing that was on court TV. They're talking about 2 charges not guilty. But, you know, can they find, you know, to me, the way it is here in Indiana, you be not guilty of all charges. You can't pick out which one's which, and she added the a-hole Bev Quack. That's what I think she is a corrupt judge in my book. No, it's only my opinion. And there are things that she denied, sent the jury out back to the room. And me being on juries before, by sending you out, I wonder what the prosecutor or the judge is hiding from us. You know, that's another thing to think about. But I still ain't heard anything on my LG ThinQ stove. And I'm still trying to figure out my computer. And since that was bought through anybody who been to Walmart, knowing they got a credit thing there with a firm, I sent them an email or something I filled out online, but I'm going to call them in the morning and explain to them again in case the email got lost in outer space. And I said, I don't want to make no more payments. I want my money back. You know, I want the money back. And I filled everything out, told them Amazon won't do nothing. HP won't do nothing. Because PC Online upgraded it without HP permission. I think HP's the only ones can legally upgraded it. If you all don't believe me about PC Online, type it into your search engine. Type it into your search engine. And scroll down, you see something about the BBB, Better Business Bureau. Look at it. Look, they had over 50 complaints on PC Online. That's what I forgot to do today. And I was going to call Attorney General in Delaware. I didn't do that today. I've been busy hunting my runaway cat. I called him early, put him back in the bedroom. I don't know if I went to the bathroom or what I did. And he snuck out again. And about an hour or two ago, her daughter, Blackie's the black cat in the bedroom, started staring at the door meowing. So that told me Mama's close by. I opened the door and she was by the old stove. Then she jumped up there on the new stove. I had to get a shirt where I can cover her eyes up because she went crazy. She went bananas. I hear a choo-choo train. So that's how everything went so far today. I fed the outside cats. I fed Little Midnight. I don't know if it's a boy or girl yet because I can't get close enough to find out if it's a girl or a boy cat. You got to catch it just right to see if it's a boy or a girl. But it is getting a little friendly. And her mama was out there. She see me petting her mother and her aunts and her cousins. You know, it began to get a little friendly. See, what did they eat tonight? Oh, I think they had tuna fish tonight, them outside cats. Oh, those baby kitty cats, they went crazy on that tuna fish. And the water it's in it, I put it in with the dry food, and that way they eat more of the dry food. LB was out there, but she never brought her babies. I don't know if they're dead or what, because they should be about the same age as January babies. I guess. I don't know. You all understand cats better than I do, but I want to welcome everybody. I was just, before I came live, I was watching The Umbrella Guy and Megan Fox, the writer, on what they're talking about. And this one idiot, I don't remember the name, but it's an idiot. She's getting sued in federal court. She decided to sue them in state court. I don't know how she can do that since she's being sued in federal court, the same thing that she being sued, and she's suing those other guys. But I don't know if you all watch What the Hells or not, but those three people, Turtle Lady, Crook, and the third person, didn't show up for court today. They got, I guess you call it, sanctions. And between three of them, about $3 million on John Cook, Turtle Lady, and this other lady, if you've been watching it. Because What the Hell's had maybe a 5 or 10 minute video of it today. And also, John Cook and Turtle Lady was ordered to pay attorney fees in Ohio. Well, they haven't paid that yet. If somebody owed me money like that, I start putting a lien on the property, on the vehicle, or anything else they own. Also, Turtle Lady and John Crook violating federal law. They're getting donations up in the thousands. And you people are on SSI, or what's it, DSI, or SDI, or whatever that is. You cannot have over $1,200 or something coming in a month, or you have to report that. So far, she has not reported that income to Social Security or Food Stamps office. That's, people, ain't that tax evasion? They're in Otters Creek, Florida. No. Them stupid flies. Put on the security hat. Yeah, That's what we do. We put on a security hat, which this company is a a-hole company. They've been sued I don't know how many times. And I wish I knew, I know it's too late, my son could have sued him for thousands and thousands of dollars, because under the ADA rules, they violate Allied Security, violate the ADA rules. You know, what I know. And Allied Security, they being sued by everybody. They buy out other security companies, take them over. And there's laws that they break. Allied used to have security at Walmart in Scottsburg and Clarksville. I did send on X, that's how I can communicate with LG. I gave him both phone numbers, mine and my son, address, the new reference number, which I ain't got in my book because I was in the bedroom writing things down about my computer. Because I call them around 7:30 to 7:30 at night, or you can call them anytime after that. So there's more people in the office between, that time of day. So that's what I'm going to do. Idiot ran away again.
She's in there?
Now she's back in the bedroom. Blackie was standing at the door meow, so I came out. She was over by the green chair. Then she went up on the stove. I had to get my t-shirt put over. Didn't you hear her fussing the wall? Hello, Justin. Hello, Austin. And if I don't forget, I'll let you know tomorrow, people, when I call a firm about my computer. And where I can get my money back. Because PC Online won't call me back. Amazon hangs up on me. HP won't talk to me because PC Online upgraded a computer without HP permission. And it didn't say on Amazon site it been upgraded, because I screenshotted it and it didn't say it been updated. But under HP paperwork, it was upgraded. And it says the warranty was November. I said, wait a minute, I ordered the computer February the 8th. They shipped it out on the 9th. I got it 2 or 3 days later. So I had to send them the screenshot from the computer and something else. Then they updated the warranty. But they told me they can't do any warranty work because when PC Online upgraded it from, 4 or 8, whatever it is, to 16, I'd say I don't know nothing about computers. If I was on my computer, I can bring you the screenshot up, but I'm on my cell phone, so I don't want to mess it up. And I haven't heard nothing, like I say, I haven't heard nothing from LG ThinQ people on that stove, because either Sunday or Monday I went to LG site and sent them the new reference number, the president, whatever team it was, and I haven't heard crap from them. Tell them, I said, I want the money back with the Indiana sales tax, which is 7%, because we paid sales tax on it. And people, you can look up, you can type in recall on the LG ThinQ stove. You see the big long list of recalls. Some of them catches on fire. So I want you all to be careful. Anytime people like Amazon, Walmart, and Newegg, you order a computer online, see who the third party is. If it's PC online, do not buy it. So you might thinking you buy a new computer, it's a used one they either took back in on trade or somewhere and sells it to you as a new one. Plus, they break in Windows copyright laws. You all know, if you know anything about Windows on computers, that you can get so many things that you can do on computers. I think the last time I looked, you can use one paid version of Windows on 10 computers. I don't know what it is. But it showed on my computer that it was November 24 when I'm supposedly bought it, but my receipt says I ordered it February the 8th. So PC and Amazon is lying out their blankety-blank teeth. No, I can't do StreamYard on my cell phone. You know, I can do it, but I can't share it, you know, like you want, Justin. Right now, I got StreamYard paid for until the 22nd. Then it's suspended for, I think, 90 days. Well, I know Austin be in here a long time. I know some Garretts. There's some Garretts that lived in Clark County. I don't know if Justin any kin to Paul Garrett. I believe Paul Garrett was a county commissioner, I think, and got a road named after him on Highway 62 between Charlestown and Jeff. I don't know if it's called Paul Garrett Avenue, Road, or Street, going back into the powder plant, which it's not a powder plant, but they still got black powder stored back there. And you remember, people, those old Navy shows where they shoot those big guns on those battleships? I worked at the plant. and I was what they call a tire. You know, comes down the line, you put each bag of explosive in it, and you tie it. You got to wear gloves. If you don't, you cut your hands all to heck. And that's what we did for those big guns on those battleships. That was back in the 70s, I believe. And you all heard me, I guess maybe Saturday. A Marine friend, well, I went to school with his brother, James Ennis, Corporal James Ennis of the United States Marine Corps. He died last week of heart complication. He got wounded in Vietnam. I didn't know that until I read it on Grayson's funeral home site, where he got wounded in Vietnam and his buddy got killed. He won the Purple Heart. He got discharged from the Marine Corps as a corporal. I forget how long he spent. I think it said he's in Tennessee Hospital, I think. And he didn't let that medical problem stop him from doing what he wanted to do. James Ennis came a Charlestown police officer, 27 years as a Charlestown City police officer, a lieutenant. And his brother was a chief, a major, and all this. They had his funeral, I think, Friday and Saturday. And he is being buried in Arlington National Cemetery. If anybody lives up at the Arlington National Cemetery, his name is Corporal James Ennis, about 74, I think. 73, 74. And he was a Charlestown police officer, badge number 534. That was his badge number. Your thin line blue people up around Arlington National Cemetery. And if you all would go, like I say, you know how long it takes to get from Indiana to Arlington National Cemetery and all that. If you can videotape it, if that's allowed, I don't know if it's allowed in the Arlington National Cemetery. Even your police officers, I know he did not die in the line of duty. Also, his number on the Charlestown Fire Department was 900. He was a fireman. He had some of that foam stuff that they use. And he could, I don't know if that caused heart problems or not, but he had some heart problems. And any fire department people, it's up around Arlington National Cemetery. If you all can make it there and videotape it, put it on YouTube, or I don't have Facebook, and send me an email when you put it up, but I like to see it. I got Arlington National Cemetery on X, where I can keep up with it since he passed away last week. His name is Corporal James Ennis, about 74 years old. He just had a birthday last month. And he was a good police officer. And, you know, back there then, you had to enlist for 4 years. He was 17, just like I was. I was 17. You know, you had to get your mother and dad's signature, but he went to California for boot camp, where I went to Parris Island boot camp and had Sergeant K. Wood, African American drill sergeant. I love him today. And I think Sergeant K. Wood passed away a few years ago. If I spelled his name right, there is a Sergeant K. Wood who passed away a few years ago, and I looked at the picture. It did look like him, but people, this was in 1970, in the summer of 1970. But people, if you remember 1970, I know this is Marines, I don't know if the Army or Air Force or the Navy that way. You could sign up for the Marines 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 6 years. I only signed up for 2. Which I was kind of smart in about way. Time you went through boot camp, from there to Camp Lejeune, and I couldn't go to Vietnam. But in a way, they could have sent me to Vietnam by extending my time. I had another year on to me, because I think you spend as a Marine 18 months, I think it is. The Marines did back in those days. But I get looking at videos of boot camps of the Navy, Air Force, Army, Marines. And Parris Island has changed. It don't look like it did in 1970. You had the old Quonset huts. You had the bunk beds. And during the night, when you're night, 2 of you had to walk back and forth for the night watch. I believe that lasted 2 hours for 2 people. Then you wake the other 2 up and they do it. And but I tell you, people, the first night, I was up a couple of days time. We went to the Federal Building over in Louisville, Kentucky, and got on a Delta Airlines. I got a little drunk on flying down to Parris Island. Time we got there, it was dark. I didn't even see an island. It was dark. And the bunk beds was stacked on top of each other, compared to what it is today. From the videos I've seen of Parris Island boot camps, they got bunks lined up along the wall, and it's air conditioned. We didn't have air conditioning in 1970 at Parris Island. But I want to thank all the new people that has subscribed. And, you know, we a YouTube family. We we help each other out. That's one I like. We might not be blood, but we still a family. We help each other out. We even give ideas. Like, I've noticed since my computer went down, that as long as I do 1 or 2 or 3 videos a week, I get more views. That's telling me something. And I'm taking you all advice. Do at least 3 videos a week. I do Sunday. That don't really count because it's church stuff that God wants me to do, so I don't count that one. But remember, I'm not on here on Mondays and Fridays. That's the 2 days I take off. But like I say, I got to make some phone calls tomorrow on my computer. And I want you people, look at my pictures where I use StreamYard. You see my post office box, my PayPal account, and my Cash App. I need a new computer, but I know more about that tomorrow when I call a firm. Since I was given the money, I make payments on it by using a firm. And Amazon won't give me my money back. HP won't fix it. PC Online is I'm using this finger for their IQ, since this is a PG channel. You all can use your mind what finger to use. That's when I think about PC Online. But people, please look when you order stuff from Amazon, Walmart, or Newegg, see if it's third party. Look it up on the internet. See how good they are. If you're looking at a computer by Amazon, Walmart, or Newegg, see if PC Online got anything to do with it. See if if PC Online has something to do with it, stay away from it. I'm doing okay. I wish I had my computer, but that sold for around $600 to $800 through Amazon. It's an HP, and I use a firm to buy it. That way, pay $30 some odd a month, and it just stopped. It just stopped working. It was shipped out February to the 9th. I think I got it either the 10th or 11th, somewhere in that time frame. And last month, it stopped charging. And I've been told, since your people on here and the people on Twitch and other places it was posted with some of your all's help, computer smart people, computer builders, that when they upgraded it, went from 4 to 16, you all know what I'm talking about. It's an HP. They could have broken the solder where you plug your charge port in. It could have finally shorted out or came on solder or something like that. And I loved that computer. It was a 17 point, 3 touch screen with Windows 11. I had DaVinci loaded on it, trying to figure out how to edit videos and stuff like that, which I could never get the hang of it, But people, I'm 70 plus years old, 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, arthritis. I took my medicine a while ago, so I'll probably get sleepy because one of the pills I took was a pain pill, but it's not as strong as the ones my son takes. When he takes his pain pill, it knocks him out. He sleeps about 90% of the day because he got arthritis so bad. Maybe if we drive 10 to 20 miles, he's hurting. If he has to go to the family doctor, which is about 20 plus miles one way, he's hurting. And we come back, he's hurting. When he gets home, he takes a pain pill and he goes to sleep for about 12 to 18 hours. And that's how we're doing. And people, I know money's tight. I know you can't help me, but there's people on here on YouTube that can help me out. Since I bought this house 7 to 8 years ago, a John Deere was given to me. It lasted 2 years before the mower deck and everything locked up on it. Then I got a toy built from a neighbor across the road. It lasts, like I say, what I need is a new mower deck on it. Could I take my mower deck off of that blowing engine mower deck? I got to look at it and see if it hooks up the same way as the other toy built, because the other one's probably 10 or 15 years old. This one's about 4 years old with a Kohler engine on it, and it blew. When my neighbor had it, it didn't smoke when he turned it off, or it didn't smoke when he started it. And I changed the oil, but one thing I forgot to change, it had an oil filter on it. But I took the oil filter off and drained the oil through a filter, see if there's any metal parts in it. Nothing. A blowing engine. It was about a 17-something horsepower Kohler, KOL, what I'm talking about. I'm doing fine, everybody. And I would do better, people, but since I gotta push more, I have to cut my grass. I got about an acre of ground. You see it in videos of my yard, but I cut a little bit more than an acre. And I know some of you say go to Facebook Marketplace. You can get, I'm getting tired of getting used one. Might like go 2 or 3 years. Like this last Troy-Bilt I got. It lasted 3 weeks. And Troy-Bilt is a good lawnmower. I wish Troy-Bilt would donate me a new rider. Since I got 4 things outside, it's Troy-Bilt. The push mower, the 2 riders, the 4th Troy-Bilt, I guess you call it a muncher. It got the thing on the front of it where you can pick the leaves up. It's supposed to have a bag on the back. It also got a thing where you can put tree limbs in and chip them up. And it don't run. It needs to probably add new points or condenser or whatever them lawnmowers have in it. But I just don't have the watch hours. I don't have the subscribers. Some of you might be new on here. 1,000 subscribers, people, 1,000 plus, you need 4,000 watch hours. Okay. YouTube drop it down to 500 to get you started. But you need 2,000 watch hours. YouTube tell me, they let me know when I get to 2,000 watch hours. I can't get any super chats or anything like that through YouTube. That's how come I got PayPal, Cash App, and my post office box. If you want to send me stuff. You can, people, even a new laptop. It has to be at least 1 gigabyte of hard drive. Kind of like a gaming computer. The right graphics card, the right RAM, and all that. You computer people know what I'm talking about. And thank you people on Twitch explaining to me about the laptop. A laptop box, you can ship it through the post office because, well, in Charlestown and maybe other post office, they got big boxes out there in my lobby besides the regular post office boxes, which that takes a separate key, which a laptop box will fit in it. A desktop, I don't know. That's how come I got my post office box in there. If you want to send me anything, gift cards or canned cat food or cat treats for my cats, you know, if you want to do that. And people, dry cat food, it costs me about $100 a month for dry cat food. And canned cat food, about $20 to $30 a month for the big cans of wet cat food. You know, I try to get that at Walmart because it's $1. I want to say $1.30, I think. I usually get like tuna fish because kitty cats like tuna fish. They did have canned tuna fish tonight. I bought 4 cans of tuna fish back there on the 7th where the kitty cats eat some tuna fish. And thank you, Pepsi Zero. I love to have another Troy-Bilt. You know, I can do videos. You know, I like to have a a zero turn. The yellow one. Once those Cub Cadets or something. The zero turns about 60 inches, 64 inches. That means I can really cut the time down in my yard. But you people here on YouTube and Twitch has recommended to get the roll bars on the zero turn. That means it's a commercial type. The only place that's close enough to me, which is about 6 miles north of me, called Scott's Ace Hardware Store in Scottsburg, Indiana. They got my name on file where I have bought a weed eater and a chainsaw. A chainsaw was this year. They have the name on file in case if any of you all want to help me out by getting me a new lawnmower. Or if you know anybody that works at Troy Built, that can help me out. Give me a brand spanking new riding lawnmower. I don't know if Troy Built makes a zero turn. I don't know. I don't think they do. And I want you people, be careful. Through Amazon, Newegg, Walmart, when you're looking at computers, look at the third-party people. And if it said PC online, don't buy it. It could be you selling as new. And, just be careful. I don't want you to get taken like I have. I got to call a firm tomorrow, and they said I had to fill a form out. I went on there and told them the problem, and I sent it off, but it didn't look like a form to me. But I did get the phone number. There's no live chat. It's only about 7:30 a.m. to 7 o'clock at night. And it was about 8:30 when I was looking this stuff up. So I just want you all to be careful. Hello, 709. Well, Sherry is busy. The last time I talked to her, I think her grandkids gets out of school, I think this week. I think it's this week. And she busy, like I say, she busy fixing her house up and other things, new cabinets in her house and other stuff, windows and doors. I think the windows and doors is through the government, and a couple other things, which I'm not going to say because I told her I wouldn't say, that it'll be 2 weeks, I think, before the other things she's going to have done to her house. Oh, that Pepsi Zero tastes good. Man, I wish Monday was every day of the week, 'cause people, I don't know what TV channel it comes in, your state or County or Providence is Hudson and Rex. If you don't know who Hudson and Rex is, type it into your YouTube channel. I watch, I think there's 7 series of Hudson and Rex. Hudson is a detective with the Canada Police Department. I know that's not the right name for it. And Rex is the canine dog. In the first series, the first episode, you see how Hudson got Rex. But Rex's real name is Diesel. And Diesel died of cancer maybe 2 months ago, and his brothers is taking over his spot. That dog is well trained. That lady that's trained Rex, she's a very good trainer. I think she appeared, if I remember right, she appeared one show on Hudson and Rex. You all need to go to YouTube, Hudson and Rex, and start watching it, unless you could watch it on your local TV station. But if you can't, you can go to YouTube and watch Hudson and Rex. And I forget what part of Canada it's in. Canada, where Hudson and Rex is, the Providence that they in is pretty country. And maybe I could have lived there, but I would have to grow up there because of the weather and my health problems. Maybe I would have that health problems. But people, I want to tell you something, if you feel like I do, is it was on, you can go to WLKY TV in Louisville, Kentucky, or any of those TV stations, but I got WLKY on my mind. Last week, I believe, Indiana State Police out of, I think, Versailles Post, arrested a 15-year-old boy. This is going to make you mad. This was on the TV. They was on a school bus. You could say it's you handicapped kids. This 15-year-old boy had a 7-year-old girl. You can guess, I'm not going to say what he done, but you can guess. You know, her head, you know, up and down. She's retarded. This been going on for weeks before the school bus helper caught him doing it. And she was on top of him, you know, like at 15 years old. He was charged as an adult. They told on the news, or the prosecutor, or whoever said 15 years old, he couldn't be rehabilitated. So they charged him as an adult. They charged him with molesting this 7-year-old girl on a retarded bus. I forget the charges, but if you people go and look at WLKY, you see a picture of this Jack Donkey. And I know what I like to tell you, but then I get arrested for terrorized threatening. He'd get that but where he got arrested was in North Vernon, Indiana, which that is Jennings County, North Vernon, Indiana. And the parents is suing the school board. I just want to let you know about it, but if you look on WLKY, today's WLKY, you should see a picture of this 15-year-old boy that molested this 7-year-old retarded girl. I know what I would do if that was my daughter, but in my case, that would have been my granddaughter or great-granddaughter. But if I tell you I get arrested for terrorized threatening, and he'll get what's coming to him, no matter if he's 15 years old. And in a county jail, the 7-year-old girl, they end up killing that boy in jail. So that means they're going to put him in solitary confinement in a padded cell, in a suicide outfit. I don't think he's right, but I don't know that much about this 15-year-old girl. That's, I'm letting you know about. If you all please help me out to get a new computer. I got to call a firm tomorrow, probably around 9 or 10 o'clock, and see if I can get my money back or get a computer from Walmart, as long as it don't come from PC Online. So, I want to thank you all. God bless you all. If somebody subscribes to your all's channel and you get an email, click on their name and subscribe back and help them out. That's what I do. When I get an email, I subscribe to their YouTube channel, because that's what God wants me to do, help them out. Because by you subscribing to other people's channel, they will help you out in some way or form. Help you out what kind of computer to get for YouTube if you're going to stream quite a bit, what software to go to edit your videos. They help you out a lot. That's what I like about my family here on YouTube. So, people, after the 22nd of June, that's when my StreamYard will go bye-bye for, I think, 90 days. So I got 90 days to get me another laptop. Not from Amazon, probably be better from Best Buy. We do have a Best Buy in Clarksville, Indiana. You can look that up. I think they might have my name, my son's name, probably have our address. I'm not sure. But we do live in Indiana, in the county of Clark, and Best Buy is about 20 miles south of me. So I want to thank all my moderators I got on here. I want to thank you all. You all do a great job. And I want you new people, look at the classification of moderator 1, moderator 2. I'll start them out as moderator 2. That's the lowest moderator. Moderator 1 is like me, since this is my YouTube. I give certain people more rights in a moderator position. But as this is my YouTube channel, I can, bring them back up. But your moderator knows the rules. I don't allow no arguing, no cussing, no hate crimes. You know what I'm about. You don't argue with anybody. You don't fight with anybody. You don't cuss, because they're going to delete your comment. If you do it again, they're going to put you in timeout. Or they might put you in timeout and tell you why. Well, if I put you in timeout, they usually put you about 86 seconds. I do 10 minutes or more. If you do it the second time, you're out. So I'm just letting you all know, I don't mess around. Because my YouTube channel is not like anybody else. So, people, I want you to have a great week. And I got to take my tripod, my cell phone, and my wall warp, take it back in there in the bedroom, where I think I'm watching Miami Vice on TV with Horatio. I love Miami Vice. I'm still looking for a hillbilly girlfriend. I've been watching. My son told me a couple of things to download where these millionaires, have girlfriends in the lower class or didn't know they was rich, or and how they treated their wives, or I like shows like that. But you all have a great time. God loves you. I love you all. I catch you later. I might be live tomorrow. It depends what the firm tells me, because then I have to write it down and maybe give them a few days maybe before, But I want to thank you all that has helped me out in the past. I'm still asking for your help. Somebody said I should start a GoFund. I'm not that smart. But it's hard to trust people with a GoFund page. Like my moderators that's on here. I trust them. Only a few of my moderators got my phone number. And as I told you the other night, or whatever day it was, Triumphs Beware, TYRAN, Beware. He's about 20 away from 500 subscribers. Triumphs Beware. He wears a white mask. He has a whole lot of videos. Now he's doing a few songs. He done videos on Michael Kaiser because he murdered a United States Marine veteran, shot him in the back of the head. And so he only needs about 20 more subscribers to get to 500. If you all can help him out. He comes up here and watch, but he don't say anything. It's Triumphs Beware, TYRANTS Beware, something like that. He's always wears a mask. His voice is AI, because it's not his real voice. I know exactly where he lives. I know what he looks like. I ain't gonna say. There's a reason. Because of his job. So, people, God bless you. Thank you all. Don't forget about God. If you can't help me out, you know, my post office box, my PayPal account, the Cash App. If you know somebody that works for Troy Built that can get me a new rider, I can do videos on that to help sell them. But I only take a new one with a warranty. I love you all. God bless you all. Happy birthday, happy anniversary. And men, women is always right. If you want to stay married 60 plus years, they're always right. God bless you all.